What's up, guys? Welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, episode 139. Today, we've got 5 print-on-demand niches for you to target in the near future. They're going to help increase your print-on-demand sales. It is as simple as that sometimes. Of course, your designs also need to be good enough, and you need to communicate to the algorithms what it is that you're selling. As you begin to make sales, they'll start to trust you more. They'll show you're listening to more people, and you'll make more sales as a function of increased visibility. I think you guys are pretty familiar with how this works by now, so let's get right to it. Now, you guys know I typically like to begin these episodes by sharing my Amazon merch 7-day sales update. However, I'm currently on a nice vacation in the Caribbean at the British Virgin Islands, so I had to pre-record this episode. I hope you'll forgive me. If I have internet access and I feel like sharing a sales update, you can find that on my Instagram. Otherwise, I guess I'll just share, cool pictures of whatever we're doing each day on my Instagram story. So check that out. I always link to it in the description. Of course, you can follow me there. And typically I do post daily sales updates. All right, niche number 1 is going to be forward looking. We're looking roughly a month out at Black History Month. All right, now there's always a massive volume of t-shirts sold for Black History Month. There is a very wide range of niches. So why not start out niche number 1 by just targeting the broad phrase Black History Month. Now, you guys know on Amazon, even if you type similar keywords that could even be synonyms, the algorithm tends to treat them like separate queries. It's like Amazon's search algorithm is almost intentionally a little bit dumb. You know what I mean? In that, you can type synonyms and it pretends like it doesn't understand that these are related. And, you can have like a different Amazon's Choice shirt by tweaking a single keyword. You know what I mean? That's basically the same part of a very similar phrase. It could be like Black History Month. You have one shirt that's Amazon's Choice, and then you put Black History Month shirt, and a different shirt gets Amazon's Choice. It's weird, but you've probably seen that if you've spent time researching Amazon long enough. Anyways, as you can see here, there's quite a few different sub niches within Black History Month, and we're actually going to look at different sub niches after niche number 1. But niche number 1 is just take a step back, look at the entire niche as a whole, very broad perspective. And it's not just the niches, by the way. Take a look at the different design approaches as well. I always like to just kind of step back and look at the popular design styles, because this is customers voting with their dollars when they make a sale and it gets pushed up in the rankings. It's not just for the niche, it's for the design styles as well. All right, and from Podly here, we also get the keywords. When you take the advanced view, you can see the focused keywords, and my favorite part is the long tail keywords, which you never know, you can just copy paste those into a manual ad campaign and sprinkle some low bids and see if you can get some targeted visibility on long tail keywords without spending too much money. I love the chance. Even if it doesn't work, it's like, hey, you started with a low bid, so you know what I mean? And it's targeted, it's in the right niche. So I love that. Niche number 2 is going to be dope black as just seed keywords. You can even go further and further and further, niching down within this sub niche of Black History Month. But I did dope black. I searched that, and you can see here there's quite a few different t-shirts in this niche. Unapologetically dope, unapologetically dope black teacher, dope black family, dope black dad, dope black son, dope black coach, dope black kid. I mean, there's so many different ways to spin it. Obviously, somebody created a nice looking template. I don't know what font that is. I'm guessing maybe it's not just the font. Maybe they went in and like customized it themselves with their color scheme. But they're clearly making quite a few sales. Dope black dental hygienist behind me. I mean, they went as far as to even fill in the professions, guys. So, man, there's just so many ways you can go with this high level sub niche. All right. Niche number 3 is going to be, actually first, I got to plug my free print-on-demand mini course. You can find that linked in the description. Give me your email address. I'll send you 1 lesson a day for 8 days to help you get started with your print-on-demand business. And I've got a great print-on-demand Facebook group that I hope you'll join if you're not already a member. So niche number 3, I went for the sub-niche melanated. Okay, so you can see there's a bunch of designs: lightly melanated, hella black, educated, motivated, elevated, melanated, and HBCU educated. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of different ways. It's the melanin for me. melanated, educated, bougie. There's just so many, all right? There's so many ways to spin this niche. And again, it's not guessing when you're looking at designs that have already sold. This is, these are ranked because customers came in, they liked it, not just the niche, but the design. So take a note of the design as well. I always like to remind you guys that, it's nice to study what works when you jump into these niches, especially the ones that come around seasonally, right? Because if it's a seasonal thing, there's chances that maybe you can sell these outside of that season, but a lot of seasonal niches, like it is that season or that specific date of the year, and they have a specific design style. So if you're looking or at this niche for the first time, you just want to take a step back. Typically, it's good advice not to think that you know what's best and just kind of study what customers prefer. Because again, on Amazon, we know that that's represented both in the bestseller rank, the BSR, and just in general in the order of the products on. And it's not perfect. It's not like they're sequentially ordered every single time from best selling to lowest selling. But I mean, there is some variability, but it often is basically that at the same time. All right, niche number 4 is going to be Black Queen. All right, and there's some really unique and cool designs in this one specifically. This would probably be like, for me, looking just from the outside in on it and how I go about making designs, probably like the toughest one for me if I was gonna design in the Black History Month niche. This would be really tough because you need to have some really good graphics. That being said, I know that Vexels has some, shout out Vexels. They're not in every single niche, but they do have a bunch of niches where they've got a ton of ready to use designs, meaning you can use them as is. And so really there's no excuse, right? Because you can just take the design that a professional made, you can upload it without changing it, or, you can do what I would typically recommend and make some edits to it, add some text, for instance, like the design in the number 2 spot right there with the kind of multicolored dripping paint look. Like they have something similar, and, you can go about adding text above, below, wherever it makes sense. You could even do like a silhouette of text in the afro and then cut it out to make a silhouette. That's also an option. So, and even like behind me here, you know what I mean? Somebody's basically doing that, making a word cloud where the hair would be. So, just think outside the box. All right, niche number 5 is going to be I Am the Storm. And this is one of those niches that really makes sales year round, but we noticed an uptick during Black History Month. We've been doing these top 5 niches of the week now for over 2 years. So we're starting to see some repetition, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like repetition is saying, hey, this niche has staying power. Okay. It's not just selling because it's Black History Month. We may see an uptick, but a lot of this one, I feel like we've seen it selling, kind of throughout the year. If you pay attention, like I do, kind of regularly to the trending niches. Okay, and what's cool is with Podly here at the top, the line chart, you can actually zoom that out. So what you're seeing there is the 30-day chart, and every time you see kind of a drop off in BSR, that means it's going down in BSR. That means that it had a sale or multiple sales. If you were to click the button that says all time, it'll zoom out even further, and you'll kind of see, with seasonal shirts, seasonal products, what you typically see is like a dip at one point in the year, typically around the time where it's trending, indicating high sales, and then it just kind of climbs back up to a high BSR when it's not in season. And like I was saying, this niche specifically, we've seen it sell year round with an uptick in February. All right, looking ahead, if you want to look at some kind of random print-on-demand trends related to specific dates, at least 1 month out, February 8th is National Boy Scout Day. February 9th, National Pizza Day. Yum. February 10th, World Pulses Day. I didn't know what that was until I saw the picture. February 11th, National Inventors Day. And February 12th is Super Bowl Sunday. All right. Now, Super Bowl Sunday, if you're going to sell anything related to that, you want to be extremely careful. Be as broad and generic as possible, meaning like even I wouldn't submit anything with the word football in it when we're like plus or minus 2 weeks from Super Bowl Sunday. That being said, we're about a month out now. So if you wanted to submit a design that had the word football in it, you're probably fine. If you do it around Super Bowl, it's probably going to manual review, and anybody who tries to get cute, if you break a rule, you're very likely to get terminated. So, and nobody pays me to say this, I'm just looking out. You know what I mean? You don't want to push your luck with something that is so obvious, you know what I mean, as the Super Bowl. All right, the archive, print-on-demand trends from 11 months ago. I chose 11 months ago. So I'm saying, let's look back 1 year plus 1 month. That way we can basically get into these niches if we see a clear, obvious trend but we can get in early. You know what I mean? And give ourselves a chance to rank well when it comes around. And guess what? Thanks to Podly's archive, we see that 11 months ago, well, you guessed it, Valentine's Day was absolutely killing it. Also, you know, the I Am the Storm design here, Black History Month, a Godzilla, so maybe a Godzilla movie came out, and a fishing pole inside of a vertical American flag, because, hey, why not have the fishing shirts selling really well year round? All right, but obviously a lot of Valentine's Day designs doing quite well. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Again, follow me on Instagram if you want to see some updates of what I'm up to today in the beautiful British Virgin Islands. I'll be happy to post some really, great pictures. I'm assuming it's beautiful there. I haven't been, but I have been to the Caribbean, a bunch of times, and I love it there. By the way, as I'm on my way out, wanted to remind you, you can learn my exact process to start, scale, and automate your print-on-demand business in 2023 and beyond. I've updated the entire course. I've been behind the scenes working like a madman to redo basically everything. So check that out, guys. There's no better time to join than right now if you want to fast track yourself to replicating my success. The link is in the description. Also, you can find a link to my private community if you're interested. I do weekly live streams and hold office hours, so you can get direct contact with me for whatever you need. That's in my private community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video.